So just to put that out there.
There you go.
So
Save your
people
butt.
think I'm hilarious. Then
Um.
I'm not.
Anyway, so talk about nonsense, because that's what that is. There's this other picture that came out. You know how they've got those funny pictures of like things people write on boards for like coffee shops and restaurants and things like that that
Yeah.
are just really funny.
Hmm.
So this is one, and I don't know. I think it's a coffee shop. It doesn't really say. All the post says is back to the basics, and it says no nonsense coffee guide, and it's got Americano, and then it's crossed off, and it's got the little squiggly line, and it says black coffee.
Hmm.
Then under that it says flat white, crossed off, little squiggly line, white coffee, cappuccino, crossed off, frothy coffee. Then it's got latte, is a milky coffee. Espresso is strong small coffee. Mochaccino is milk top with coffee. Mocha is chalky coffee. Tea, and then it says not coffee, only tea. And then it says hot chocolate, also crossed off, also not coffee. It says we have all ice cream, milkshakes, fruits, smoothies, Nutella. But I'm like, this is the best thing ever. It literally blatantly says what everything is.
That's great. There was a funny. I saw this online with Lauren one time. We were looking at funny like memes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And somehow we were looking at like coffee shops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there was one that it was a picture of the chalkboard they had sitting outside like the specials and stuff like that. And it said we have bacon or no, it said we have two of these, and it said so we have two of these items, and one's like bacon, eggs, and cocaine. It says you can come in and find out which two we actually have. And I'm like, someone maybe tripping on something was like, okay, let's go find out.
Can I can I please go up to Tim Hortons, and when I go to order my caramel latte supreme, I just want to order a milky coffee.
Milky coffee.
Can I have a caramel milky coffee supreme, please?
Hey, while we're on the topic of Tim Hortons, you know that they came from Canada, right?
Yes, eh?
So why when my family we like to go camping in Canada a lot of times, right? I'm sorry, this is now turned into like my Logan's personal rant session about Tim Hortons. But when my family crosses the border in Canada, we usually when we go on these like week long, 2 long week camping trips and stuff like that.
Right.
We'll cross over and we'll usually wait till X amount of kilometers past the border crossing. We'll say, okay, we're gonna stop at this truck stop. We're gonna there's Tim Hortons there. And we're like, yeah, we're gonna get some Canadian Tim Hortons. That's what my stupid American and like or 3/4 American, 1/4 English family wants to have is a Tim Hortons from Canada, the home country of it. Well, every time, I kid you not, man, every time I go to Canada, I absolutely love Tim Hortons hot chocolate. I would literally probably give away my like kidney for it.
Right.
But every time I've gotten hot chocolate in Canada, and some people say, oh, it's because you went to a truck stop Tim Hortons. No. I've gone to truck stop Tim Hortons. I've been to their capital city of Ottawa and gotten their hot chocolate. They always pour hot water and then just blob all of the hot chocolate mix in the bottom, and it's separated when I get it. There's no mixing.
I asked them to stir
Come
it.
on.
I asked them to stir it.
So usually what I do is I just cover my hand at a time. I have to shake the dang cup around to get it all actually taste like hot chocolate. I'm like, this is hot water with globs of chocolate in the bottom of it. I'm like, if I wanted to melt a Hershey bar in some water, I would have done that myself. But
You know what's funny? I went to a McDonald's in Canada,
Mhm.
and at this point, because usually what I do is I pick something that I really like and I stick with it.
yeah,
And
I do that too.
well, there's oh, okay, you might have to help me. There's a burger on the menu, or at least it used to be on the menu. It was called the Big and Tasty. That's what it was.
Big and tasty.
The Big and Tasty.
I remember that.
So I don't know if it's still on the menu, but it was at the point. And this was my favorite. I get it like a Big and Tasty, no onions, no tomato, or no pickles, no tomato.
Yeah.
And so in America, that's what it was. And I go to Canada, and we stop at and they've got like a triple Big Mac and everything.
Oh yeah.
And we're
Yeah.
getting all excited, and I just wanted what I usually get. And I walk in, I'm like, I like a Big and Tasty. And the girl looks at me and she's like, oh, what? And my mom reads the menu. She's like, oh, it's this. Completely different name.
Yep.
I
Yep.
said, why? Canadians, the only difference is they have a little bit of an accent, and they say "eh."
Yeah.
Why does it matter? Why can they not say big and tasty? I mean, I don't care. I just
Maybe it's
want the
because it
burger.
doesn't translate into French, which like a good portion of the country, well, Quebec speaks. I guess I don't know. If anyone's listening that's Canadian, maybe fill me in on the stereotype. I don't know. Does the Canadians not like Quebec or something like that? Because I swear I've heard many people making jokes about them because they like have like almost their own little pig version of French they speak. I know they speak French, and reading road signs is a pain in the butt over there because I am not fluent in French at all and do not ever claim to be. I took 2 years in middle school and failed that class miserably. So
No, but back to this coffee thing. I mean, this is one like this. I would walk into this establishment and order and I would walk up and I would go, "I'd like a milky coffee, please," and just see what they do. Like see if this is gonna be the new order. Because I hate when I go to I love Starbucks,
Mhm.
and they don't do it much anymore. But when they first came out, and you would say, or they still do it a little bit when you go inside. When you go, I want a large, and they go venti. I said,
yes,
I don't care.
I
So
literally.
so now I drive through when I get through the drive through. I want this in the biggest size humanly possible because I really want one day for them to get a life-size cup that says Starbucks and fill it with my drink
Mhm.
and like have me come around and come inside for this drink. I would drink the whole dang
Oh
thing.
yeah.
I would be so happy and I would take a picture
And
with it.
I don't know. You're more of a coffee drinker than me. I don't prefer it. I usually will drink tea or hot chocolate. And
Right.
I drink coffee, but it's not my first drink of choice in the
Right.
morning usually. But I had. I guess I'm gonna rip on Starbucks now. This is again Logan's time to vent. But I had an old coworker of mine was going on a date with a girl. He was the kind of guy, not really confident with women and stuff like that. And he asked me, "Is Starbucks a good place to take a girl for a date?" I'm like, "That's fantastic. It's grabbing coffee. You can get like like a little muffin or a cookie or something like that." And again, I don't shop at Starbucks that much. I've gone in there, maybe ordered like a brownie and a hot chocolate before a couple
Right.
times, but I talked him into going on this date, and I covered him in that particular day at work. So I'm sitting there, taking care of my business at work and everything like that. Just, having it was on a Saturday. It was pretty slow. I'm like, yeah, this ain't too bad. I'm getting overtime. This is great. I'm having a good old day. All of a sudden, my phone starts ringing, and I see it's my buddy, and I'm like, ah, crap. He does not understand what anything on the menu is, and I guess I don't know if this was his particular Starbucks or this is a Starbucks policy at the time maybe because this was like a couple of years ago. They had like all of their names for their products listed, but like no description. Like you were supposed to know what a mocha frappa bappuccino was. I'm like, he's like, oh, what does this stuff mean? He's like sending me pictures of the menu, and I'm like, I would say just get a mocha drink or just ask for black coffee, something easy, that
That's
people at
what it
coffee
is.
stores would know what it is. And I guess as it's not really me venting. It's a funny story, but
I think they do have descriptions now,
yeah,
but if they don't, because not to cut you off, but well, you finish, then I'll tell you my story.
yeah. So he asked for a black coffee, and I guess apparently from what I heard, I wasn't there, but from what he told me, they looked at him like he was mentally deranged or something like that. Like he might have had a gun and was telling her to give him all the coffee grounds or something like that. Because they're like, sir, we have all these fine options. I mean, this wasn't what was said to him, but this was what I think was communicated through the eye contact. Was there are all these options, and all you want is a black coffee.
Right.
And I'm sitting there thinking, and now back to me complaining. Besides the cookies and the brownies in the cabinet, I don't know what half this stuff is. I mean, like, heck, when I go to McDonald's and I ordered a mocha frappe one time,
Right.
and I found out it was an iced coffee, and that was my go-to. Love that drink. I go there all the time, and that is one of the coffee products I like. I also like the hot mocha versions too, but I stick with those because I know what they are. Like beyond that, when you're talking about, your, today we have a Brazilian blend, and I'm like, well, I don't know what I've never.
That
Even
was a
had,
good voice, by the way.
yeah,
I really like
was
the
like,
voice.
I've never had a Brazilian blend. I don't know what that is. It's like, coffee's coffee to me. I don't care if it was German, it was Colombian. I don't care. It's the same. It's just a bunch of beans with some hot water, and I drown it in creamer and sugar anyway. It's not like I can taste the fine, rich Brazilian. No, it doesn't. To me, it just doesn't work.
No.
And I guess I'm just, like I said, I'm not much of a coffee guy, so forgive me if I've insulted anybody in their love of Starbucks, but I can't read the menu when I go in there because I feel like a child. I'm like asking my girlfriend, "What's that? What's that? Can you read that to me? I can't even pronounce that. What the hell is it?"
Well, like I said, I got tired of being corrected, so now I just say the biggest size humanly possible.
I
And April
yeah, I
goes,
agree.
April goes, really? Really?
Right.
You can't just say, this is a large. And I said, I don't care. No, a large is a large.
Yeah.
That's just some weird
We,
foreign term for
we are
large.
Americans. We only go by small, medium, large, and super size when that was a thing. But
America.
yeah, exactly. I was like, we probably want the most unhealthy thing on the menu, so give it to me in the biggest size you got. You know?
Right. No, but so how I first, because originally in high school, like, and up until senior year, I wasn't a big coffee drinker.
Hmm.
But senior year, you kind of get hit hard. You do a lot of homework and you
Oh,
stay up.
sure, yeah.
And whether you're doing homework or not, you stay up really late,
Hmm.
and then you have to be up early in the morning.
Because you find out that's how adults have fun because they get stuck working all day,
Right.
take work home, then they're like, oh, I got to stay up till 2 a.m. and have fun with my friends drinking at the bar.
So
Kidding.
So I mean, that's what I do. No, so I started staying up. I would stay up really late, and I'd have to get up. So I
Right.
started drinking coffee, hardcore.
Hmm.
And same thing. I drown it in um,
Like
creamer and sugar and all
yeah.
that. And my friend and his family made fun of me because his dad used to be in the Navy.
Hmm.
So they all drink black coffee,
Oh, yeah.
straight black.
Yep.
And I'm over here putting creamer and sugar.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, "Do you want some coffee
You're
with your
making your own
creamer?" I
little-
said, "No, I'm good."
Got an art project going
Right.
on over
I got a little art project going on. Now I put hot chocolate in mine and it makes it really good.
that is very good. Like I said,
Um,
I absolutely love hot chocolate.
So what I do, I'll just take a spoonful and put it in my coffee. If I'm drinking normal coffee.
Mhm.
Anyway, so and I've never really been to Tim Hortons before. And I think it was Cody was the first one to do this. Cuz I think I would just get a regular coffee and ask him to put caramel in it. Because I went through with an ex-girlfriend and I'm like, dude, like, what do they have here? Because I at this point I had already had the McDonald's, like, what are they? The
The iced coffees.
Yeah.
The frappes.
The frappes.
The mocha frappes.
So I had like the caramel
yeah,
frappe or
yeah.
whatever, and then I found out it didn't have coffee in it. And I stopped drinking it.
Mhm.
So then I was going through with an ex, and I don't know anything that they got here, and she said, I'm like, can they get coffee with caramel in it or something? So that's what I had them put, and the lady gave me a
Yeah.
weird look when I, like, because I was at the drive-thru when she handed it to me. She was like, here's your caramel coffee. So that's what I would get. And then I think this is the right timeline. Then I was going with Cody once, and he's like, hey, what do you want, dude? And I said, I honestly, I have no clue. I said, I want something caramel and coffee. He said,
Yeah.
I got it. So then that's when he went in and he ordered me a large caramel latte supreme.
Mhm.
That's my drink from Starbucks now,
Yeah.
or from Tim Hortons now. So he ordered me that, and then um, I don't remember if it was my ex or April. I don't remember which one because this was very close timing. I don't remember if it was April's first date or what. But I would order when I went to Starbucks. I found out that they had a caramel frappuccino that was
Mhm.
frozen.
Yeah.
And so I started getting that. Because I do remember trying like a caramel salted frappuccino. That was horrible,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
Horrible. So I stuck with what I like. So I don't remember who it was. I think it was April on our first date. She I'm like, I want something caramel and hot. Caramel and maybe the frappuccino was there, and April ordered me something hot from Starbucks.
I don't know. I think the frappuccinos. No. Well, at McDonald's, I know the frappes are the frozen.
Yeah.
Because that's
No,
how
I know what it is because the frappuccino is frozen.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember who did what. I think because it was super cold when I went with April, so I think she ordered me something hot because I
Yeah.
usually had a cold beverage. But now when I go, if I go to Starbucks, I usually get something cold.
Right.
I'll usually get like I'll get a caramel frappuccino, biggest size possible, and it's the best thing. They actually had a waffle one for a while.
Did they?
Yes, it was super good. It was like caramel waffle cone.
Mhm.
And it was fantastic. They put sprinkles of waffle cone on the top. It was fantastic.
I have to ask, have you ever tried at Tim Hortons? And the name of this is hilarious, and I'm not kidding you. This is exactly what it's called. But they had a couple of years ago, they came out with the frozen hot chocolate.
We've tried it, because
Yeah.
April likes hot chocolate. She tried it, and it's not that great.
And that's the thing. I've had watered down ones, but I know the one local to Grand Blanc.
Right.
That place usually does it complete justice. That is so good. I like it a lot because it's nice because on
I
the
think it was the fact that it was weird.
yeah,
I
it's
don't think I had a problem with it. I think